I'm John Erking. This local news is a service of Flagler County's Toyota dealer, Beaver Toyota, here to wow you. Charges have been authorized against a Flagler Palm Coast High School student for sending threatening and racist messages about an African-American teacher last December on a school-issued computer. 2 students were questioned and admitted to sending the messages, but denied they intended to harm the teacher. The school computers used were seized and sent to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement for analysis. On April 24th, detectives received the forensic analysis of the computers and provided it to the state attorney's office May 10th. Tuesday, the state attorney's office supported a charge of written threats to kill for 16-year-old Zoe Putney, but did not file charges against a second suspect due to the fact that there was no evidence indicating that student knew the teacher mentioned in Putney's messages. Putney was taken into custody and processed at the Sheriff Perry Hall Inmate Detention Facility and then turned over to the Department of Juvenile Justice in Daytona Beach.
This portion of Flagler's Morning News brought to you by the Daytona Beach International Airport, Sunwing Airlines nonstop to Toronto, and now nonstop service to New York City via American Airlines. On Tuesday, WNZF had Commissioner Charlie Erickson on talking about the issue of homelessness in Flagler County, and he said a proposal by fellow Commissioner Joe Mullins to enact an ordinance that would create rules regarding homelessness and panhandling in the county was a no-go and not something worthy of the commission's time. Today we hear from Commissioner Mullins, who says doing nothing about the issue isn't an option.
The big thing is Flagler County to understand, we're a community of, we're going to be a problem-solving commission. We're not going to be one to sit there like that. And even though we do have some commissioners that are still on there that are used to the old system, that's probably why we need to look very carefully as the election comes up in 2020 and make sure that we have people that want to solve things, not to sit there and feel helplessness and just kind of accept them for the way they are. That's how you make a community move forward.
Mullins chairs the Public Safety Coordinating Council and plans to discuss his proposal there. People are talking about the flagship programs at Flagler County schools.
Everywhere I go, folks speak positively of these flagships. The best example probably that everybody talks about all the time is our firefighting flagship.
Flagler County School Superintendent Jim Tager says the program is done with the county and trains students to become firefighters almost from the minute they graduate high school.
They will be firefighters this summer as soon as they go through the burn portion of the training, which they can't do until they're 18.
He said that right now, students are learning to be EMTs, and then
this year we have our first graduates, so 11 of our kids will walk across the stage at graduation.
Tager said he hopes that students who become firefighters will stay in Flagler County where they're needed. You can hear the full interview on the Free for All Friday podcast, available at WNZF.com. Tomorrow, what's next in education in Flagler County? From the WNZF Newsroom, I'm Deb Albertson.
As he promised a year ago, Flagler County Sheriff Rick Staley next week will relaunch a full-time Marine unit in honor of Captain Grady Prather Jr.'s honor, complete with land and water vehicles to patrol Flagler's 85 miles of water and 18 miles of ocean shoreline. On Monday at 10:30 a.m., Staley will host a ribbon cutting at the District 1 office on Malacompa Road, dedicating the newly renovated office in honor of Captain Prather Jr. Staley said Prather was responsible for launching the full-time Marine unit in modern history and was discontinued as a full-time unit after he retired, so it's fitting that his name be on the walls of the district office, which also houses their Marine and Dive unit. Captain Grady Prather was a 33-year Sheriff's Office veteran who retired in January of 2008 and then passed away on November 17, 2009. Sheriff Staley will also be unveiling the new Cop Volunteer Marine Patrol and the new dive team pontoon-style boat. Special guests expected to be in attendance are Grady's wife, Karen, and Captain Prather Jr.'s son, Jason Prather, who's a Flagler County deputy, along with Jason's recently added son, Grady Prather III. The event will also serve as a kickoff to the Summer Boating Safety Initiative, which starts Memorial Day weekend. The ribbon cutting is open to the public, and the community is encouraged to come and participate. FCSO marine vehicles and vessels will be on display. And Congressman Waltz is coming to Palm Coast with more. Here's Tony Magoo.
A stunningly patriotic day is scheduled for the Memorial Day ceremony on Monday, May 27th, beginning at 8 a.m. in Heroes Memorial Park. U.S. Representative Michael Waltz will be speaking at this event to honor the men and women who have died while serving in the U.S. military. Joining Lieutenant Colonel Waltz as guest speakers at the event are Major Neil McCoppin, retired, of the Flagler County chapter of the Military Officers Association of America and the Flagler County Veterans Advisory Council. The Reverend Frank Boone, chaplain of American Legion Post 115, will offer the invocation. Palm Coast Mayor Melissa Holland will emcee the ceremony, and members of the Palm Coast City Council will attend. Members of the community are encouraged to honor the lives of our armed forces by attending this event. Heroes Memorial Park is located at 2860 Palm Coast Parkway, about a half-mile west of the Flagler County Library, and parking is available along Corporate Drive and at the library. For Flagler's Morning News, I'm Tony Magoo.
And now you're up to date on Flagler's Morning News. I'm John Erking.